Okay, let's get into this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be running most of this, and I'll make sure to keep these guys on a leash and not get distracted.
We both know you're the one who wears the leash in this relationship.
Yeah, but I want you to beat me harder after we're done with this episode.
Jesus.
Okay. He also won't help you here. I'm going to sharpen this thing. I'm not allowed to say what it is.
This is the new quote-unquote command squad for the Red Corsairs. Oh, because I think I reacted to it, and you guys might have watched my live stream. They released a bunch of Red Corsairs as part of their end of edition event. So you know how Titus got a bunch of shit with the Ultramarines? Now we're getting Chaos's version, and they're doing the Red Corsairs for some reason. I'm not complaining, because I tend to prefer Renegade Space Marine look over the very, very Chaos Space Marine look. Even my Black Legion, I use 30k bits to tone it a bit down. This is the first thing they showed off, and I'm a bit mixed from both a lore perspective and a model perspective.
Well,
I
you
really
might not like it, but Aiden sure as hell does.
I really like certain models here. I'm not going to reveal to you guys which ones. And then I also really hate certain models here. So what's your guys' opinion on these models?
So, the chick, I think, on the top left, I like it. The apothecary, I don't like at all. It sucks. It's the face. The stance is nice and everything, but the face just doesn't.
Well, so that's
work.
an easy head swap.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen all the different heads, and I like it when you don't have to kit bash them. Like, I like kit bashing models, but I like it when you don't have to kit bash a model. Like, if you have to kit bash a model to make it look good.
I don't disagree with your argument.
Wait, what, Illumination?
I know.
Oh, I was just saying it's like an option at the very least, because even though it doesn't work right now, you know, who's to say it doesn't work late? It can't work later down.
Fair.
Model, really.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. I do like the guy with the axe, though, on the bottom left.
I'm a bit mixed. Apparently, he's from the Executioners chapter, which is a bit weird, because the Executioners... So the Executioners were part of the Badab War, and were on the side of Huron, but once they found out that he was stealing Gene Seed, they turned on him almost immediately, because that's a big no-no. You can't steal other people's Gene Seed. So it's kind of weird having an Executioner here when they became very violently against the Astro Claws.
I mean,
fair.
Some of them did end up staying with Huron, if I remember correctly, right? There was still a small contingent of all sides that stayed with him because they believed in Huron.
I've read... Here's the thing is, I never read Master of the Maelstrom, so I have no clue. I have read the Imperial Armor books, and in the Imperial Armor books, they don't mention a contingent staying with him. But it doesn't necessarily, like, there's nothing explicitly stating this wouldn't happen, and it quite honestly makes logical sense, as a lot of people were agreeing with Huron in the Imperium overstepping.
That's fair. But
I just found it weird. I found it weird because they could have just done, like, oh, he was a Lamenter or something like that. Because for some reason, the Apothecary... So the Apothecary, from my understanding, is an Astro Claw, Executioner, and Mantis Warrior. I feel like it would have just been more balanced if they would have made him a Lamenter. So you have the three Warder chapters.
Well, as Aiden's pointed out, the Red Corsairs are literally just like a bunch of different things just mixed together, aren't they?
Yes, the Red Corsairs are.
Yeah, and that's what this is, isn't it? Isn't it the Red Corsairs?
Well, so remember the Red Corsairs come. So the core of the Red Corsairs come from what was the remnants of Huron's forces that survived the Badab War.
Okay.
So they
Yeah. So
all run into
Executioner survived the Bedevil.
Maelstrom. Yeah, so no, but that's what I'm bringing up is the executioners almost like religiously turned on them because the executioners are very honor driven. They're an adorned successor.
Okay.
The original primogenitor is Fafnir Rand,
Yeah.
so
Well,
they're very,
it wouldn't be the
very
first
honor
time.
bound.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the first time we've heard of someone betraying
Oh
what
no,
they're.
no, I'm
Yeah.
not saying this is an
Yeah.
impossibility. I just said it was kind of weird.
Yeah, well, I can't like honestly because again, I'm not a law guy really. I'm a model guy. I think as I agree with Aiden, the apothecary just it has way too much going on. Like, see that little Oh wait, I can use my mouse, can't I as well? There's a the his two arms up the top. It makes sense. He's an apothecary, but the arm down the bottom
Yeah,
coming out, it's just confusing. Like if he replaced the top left arm with this bottom arm, it would make sense, right? Because it's I replaced one of the arms with this freaky looking Spider-Man arm, Doc Ock
Doc Ock.
yeah. And that would be cool. But now he's like he's got three arms plus his hand, and then he's cut off his hand as well, and then he's got this gun here and all this different stuff here, and then he's putting something in the hand while stepping on this guy, and this guy's freaking out and he's it's too much. There's just too much going on.
I
There's no like
I I don't disagree with you, but I really like Apothecary. But I don't know if I like it because it's like it's on theme, or if I like it because it looks good. Because I really like
well
not only
um
having a Chaos Apothecary, but especially with the Red Corsairs in Astroclaws in general, they are known for having a lot of apothecaries.
Yeah, well, it. My problem is more like think of it this way: as a painter, you need a centerpiece. You need a focus. There's too much to focus on. You got to focus on the hand because the hand's a focus point. You got to focus on his face because his face is a focus point. But then you got to focus on where that arm's going. So you got like three, four different focus points, and it's just it's not that it's gonna make it hard to paint, but it also just doesn't look right. Does that make
Well, I
any
mean,
sense whatsoever?
I'm not a model painter, so I
Yeah.
respect your opinion, but I am an artist, and to my own limited knowledge, can't you just choose your focus point? You could just dull out the rest, and if your focus is the arms, you can maybe add some detail to the arms. If it's
Well,
the legs, focus on that.
yeah, I agree with that. My problem is there's three or four main spots you want to focus on and you want to make brighter, but when you make those areas bright and everything else dark, it'll look funny. So it's trying to pick where you want the focal point to be, because you can really only have one main focal point for a model to look good on the tabletop.
Um,
If that makes any
so
sense whatsoever.
I'm just I'm gonna share my thoughts now that we've shared them.
Yep.
I really like some of them, and I fucking hate others. The ship captain makes no goddamn sense. You shouldn't have ship captains on a battlefield.
Is that the top right guy?
Yeah, that's the woman.
Oh,
Is
the
the ship
woman.
captain.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's okay.
She was apparently an Imperial admiral who's gone chaos and is now the commander of Huron's fleet. This is some random pirate, which I'm not against it, but I just don't like having other stuff that's like this is supposed to be a command squad, like a Chaos Space Marine command squad. Why do we have a bunch of stuff that's not Chaos Space Marines here?
Yeah.
I don't really like Huron. I've always thought his pose was a bit weird, but I adore these three. I love the Renegade armor look. I like how he's in Mark 8. I love this looking more like this looks like a retro model in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I love him.
He's my favorite, but in general, like the Space Marines of here look amazing.
They do. Yeah.
I hate the for some reason we have non-Space Marines here.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. The non-space marines just don't make goddamn sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And I don't really know how a fucking ship captain is supposed to turn the tide in any other engagement other than maybe maybe a naval engagement, and even then, she isn't Latara. You know what I mean?
Well, so here's the thing. Is I can understand having her as a model if we're doing stuff like Zorn Mortalis or ship-to-ship combat. Because
let's be
then,
real,
like,
most Space Marines wouldn't even respect Immortal.
then they're coming in like breaking into the ship. But it doesn't make sense with how they've based her and how they based everybody. Is this is a generic squad, so this is going to be on every battlefield. I don't like how they're putting all the kits in one box, because this is going to be a Titus situation where a command squad is for some reason $90.
That whole command squad is $90.
Yeah, Titus's is 95 US.
So in other words, it's about 140 Australian dollars. That's ridiculous.
Here's some closer up. Like I agree, the face looks weird. I don't mind the Doc Ock arm. I will say it's odd to have a different amount of arms, and I also don't think this is necessary. I think if they just gave him a normal hand, that would be fine. This is probably my second favorite, only because I don't like some of the heads on the shoulders, but that's an easy switch up the shoulders. Everything else is fine, and it would make great sort of great kit bash. Like Night Lords are going to get a lot of use out of this. This guy is easily the best.
Well, he's a guy I wouldn't kit bash at all. I would not touch him with a kit bash. I would feel bad about kit bashing him.
I want him straight out of the box.
Yeah. Well, go back to the first guy. What's his name again? That guy. What's his name again?
Huron Blackheart.
Huron Black. You know my problem with him? It's all these character models have a sword raised and a hand claw down low while standing on a rock. Abaddon has that. Gilliman has that.
Well,
freaking the lion has that. Horus has that.
Oh, you're talking the hero model. They have the hero model pose.
It's fucking annoying. Also, guys, Aiden's a Thousand Suns player. I'm disappointed.
Oh, dude. Aiden. This shit would look amazing in the Thousand Suns color.
I cannot lie. Put that shit up in some fucking blue, and that's a Thousand Sun Sorcerer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, so you could probably make some of the retro. There. Have you seen some of the retro, stuff, like the retro Thousand Suns? This like looks almost 1-to-1 to them.
Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah,
even if it doesn't work, that's a good way there as well.
I think I did it on when I did my live stream. I pulled up a retro Thousand Sun, and it looks very similar to that. And I like, for this whole force, I like the sort of renegade look that they're going for. As someone, because that's my complaint with the current range, and you're going to see it plain as day later on as we continue going through these. It's very annoying with how much trim they have on the current Legionaries.
Oh, tell me about it. It's just
This is the Shipmaster. I think we've gone through this one. Which one is your guys' favorite?
I hate him. He's the one I hate the most, and it's just because it doesn't make sense.
I mean, it kind of does and it doesn't. Like, I'm not saying this wouldn't be a unit. I just don't get why a pirate would be part of a command squad.
That's what I'm saying.
Because there's no loyalty there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like if they wanted to do a command squad like that, what they should have done was have a separate pirate command squad that also works in the Red Corsairs army.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, Red
make them like $40. Pirates. Yeah, exactly.
I almost think they should have just made it a special unit like they do with the guard in this army, which is just a special unit.
Yeah, that would have been.
So that's one box set. we're gonna go dive in deep. Here's the other box set, and this is basically just their launch box for the army. The one good thing is they're not replacing the current Terminator sculpt.
I actually really like
Um,
that.
I really like the current Terminator sculpt, and as much as I like the rescaled Imperial Terminators, a lot of the customization was removed from the new Terminators.
Yeah, that's what I
So
hate
I would
about
hate
Space
to
Marines as a whole
lose
currently.
all the customization. Let's
You know what?
dive deep into this. Let's
Wait,
dive deep into the army.
wait. Ah,
What?
okay, doesn't matter.
I'm diving into the
Yeah,
army.
no, I'm retarded. Shut up.
So I'm gonna slowly pan through these. These are their quote unquote special units. You know how like
Can
the
I just?
Emperor's children have their special unit and the Death Guard of Plague Marines and the Corn Berserkers. These are the Red Corsair Raiders. Red Corsair Raiders.
Well, you know what I find funny about them? They look like goth kids.
That
They do, right? They literally look like goth
Okay.
kids.
They
Hey,
just
by
look
the
like
way,
Raven Guard.
nose ring.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
okay, yeah,
remember
I can
seeing
see
them and
that.
I'm like, that's a goth kid. That's an emo. That one with the helmet looks cool. Those guys look like a Chaos Marine. I don't understand their haircut. That's like you just kind of added it. That one looks good.
Iron
That one
Hands.
looks good.
Iron
That one
Hands.
looks badass. That one looks badass
Well, it's because
with
you're
the
an
car.
Iron Hands fan.
So
Kill yourself.
I'll say my take, and you'll see if you agree with me. I love like kind of the models, but I fucking hate these heads.
Yeah, the heads. Well, I like that head to be honest. The
Well,
helmet, and the Iron Hands one.
even this helmet, I'm like, and I'm a guy who loves I have a Black Legion army. This stuff would go well in my Black Legion army, but I'm like,
It's good, but it's not as good as I want.
I just all these bear heads just suck in my opinion. Like
Yeah, I like
I
helmets
wouldn't.
too.
Well, I'm fine with a bare head, but like the helmets just look so much better. And maybe it's their paint job because I don't understand why they're adding war paint to these guys.
Because they want to be different, like emo kids and goth kids. That's why they've literally made them emos and goths. They feel more like emos and goths than they do feel pirates. The bareheaded people, at least. Like really, I would have, like say Pirates of the Caribbean, that kind of hairstyle.
So
That's what I would have liked with these guys.
so you might not be able to use the Raiders data sheet in standard Chaos Space Marines, but you will definitely be able to use these models. These models are way cooler than the Legionaries, and the reason why I'm going to point it out, we'll get back to this guy. This is the Chaos Legionaries in the box. They are exactly the same as the normal Legionaries. You just get an upgrade sprue for them.
Oh.
And look at how okay, I like these helmets better than the bear heads, but I don't like their armor as much.
To me, their armor just doesn't look very scrappy, guys. Like, let's be real. They're pirates. They don't have as sophisticated enough of supply lines as the average loyalist Marines, but I could get away with it because Huron prioritizes supply logistics. But at the end of the day, their Marine looks fucking new. It looks like it doesn't look like it's been through the wronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like fresh paint. It's just again, it's the paint job.
Well,
Still,
that's the thing. Is like I've always complained, and even as a fan of Black Legion, that's why I'm kit bashing other stuff to make them have different marks of armor. But my argument is that it's the Primaris issue. These all look like the exact same mark of armor.
literally. You'd think there'd be a little bit of variety for people who have to scrap around their dead comrades and like use different pattern marks.
Well, even in the standard Legion, you would think, because the standard Legion doesn't have.
True.
even the Black Legion, it's specified several times that the Black Legion have different armor mixes because they have so many different war bands that some are associated with some Forge Worlds, some are associated with none. I just don't like.
I do remember.
I would use the Raiders as generic troops, honestly. I just like the sculpts better. I'm not gonna buy anything though, because what I've been doing is I just take this and then switch out the arms, head, and backpack for 30k, preferably Mark IV equivalent, and that seems to do the trick to pull back a little on the chaos effect.
Yeah.
So these are
Wait,
exactly the same.
how
They just
much
have
is
an
this
upgrade.
box going to cost?
They haven't announced the price yet, but
Okay.
I would go off of previous box sets, so around 220 US.
Fuck. So it's like what, 400?
Yeah, like
That's
I'm
a
going
solid
off of
400 Australian.
I'm going off of the Battle Force box sets.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. We're poor cunts.
And that's sort of why I'm mixed, because like I prefer these models, but you're selling like half of this army is just old models. You have the new Raiders, and then you just have the old Legionary kit, the old Terminator kit, and then a recycled kill team that doesn't even look that cool, and you're only putting one Guardsman squad in it.
Yeah.
And this has always been my complaint with these Guardsmen is they just look Cadian with spikes.
Isn't that what
I
Guardsmen
was gonna
are?
say they look more like the Blood Pact, bro. Those did not look like pirates.
Well,
Those
see,
are
this
fucking
is
Pact, bro. Look up Blood Pact right now. Look up Blood Pact 40k, and tell me those aren't just the carbon copy.
well. See, so the reason why the Blood Pact are the carbon copy is they're primarily fighting Cadian forces, like in the Sabbath World Crusades.
Like in the lore, yeah.
A lot of them are fighting Cadian, and I shouldn't say Cadian forces. You have to remember the standard issue armor, like the standard issue las rifle, is the Cadian las rifle. The standard issue flak jacket is Cadian. So it's not like there is no precedent for it here. But the other side, have you seen, because I pulled it up during my own stream, some of the Forge World Chaos guys, where all they did was a chest swap, and you put, like, Cadian legs and arms on it, and it still looks completely different because they swapped the chest. Have you guys seen that? Or do you need me to pull up?
Mm.
No, I think I agree. Watch out. Be careful.
What?
I'm making a joke because, history or whatever. I don't know. I'm just being a dick. Hey, Jahan, Lord of Cats. Why the hell are you Lord of Cats? What the hell? Who wants to be Lord of
Dude.
Cats?
Dude, that guy's fucking awesome.
What guy? What?
I know him in the Lord of Cats. He's awesome. I know him on Instagram.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Here's a mini. Here's a mini. Let's pull up a mini.
That
Look at that
looks kind of cool.
and compare that to what we have now.
Yeah, so that actually looks like a guardsman of Nurgle.
See, that's literally Cadian arms right here, Cadian legs, and just a chest swap. And look at how different he is. And here's some of the art from Varax. So it just kind of feels like half-assed, in my opinion.
Let's be honest. If Games Workshop is one thing, it's half-assed.
So here is the generic HQ, and I think this is really good because it has multiple ways to build it. You have like the standard Mark IV backpack, you have the Chaos backpack with the Chaos Halo, two different heads, in 2 different poses.
Yeah, and the poses aren't
I think
terrible.
this is so good. I would even like, if I had a Space Wolf army, I would use this in a Space Wolf army.
I'd use it as a Chaos Space Wolf, to be honest.
I think it would pass as a normal Space Wolf.
Yeah,
I think if you went with
it's
the
more the
He saw
so
her and immediately said, "Yes, my beloved Space Wolf."
if you shave this off and then use this backpack and maybe a Mark 4 or Mark 8 helmet or Space Wolf head,
okay.
I think it would look Space
The
Wolf-y,
guy
'cause-
below would, but he looks. He just looks a little bit too chaosy, to be honest. Like that.
no femboys in searches. I will fix that next time. I'll have some femboys in searches.
Well, yeah, they could be dark wolves. I'll give Night Trap that. They could be dark wolves, but the thing is, yeah, fuck dark wolves. But whatever, sucks to suck.
We were literally in DMs, and you said you loved how much the Space Wolves are pirates. I'm presenting you a pirate miniature, and now you're like, oh, I don't know.
You know what?
You
know what?
You like my imaginary girlfriend.
You're like
She can never make up her mind.
Bro, you're like my actual girlfriend. I get more memes from you than I get from her.
That's because the girlfriend will never love you as much as the homies do.
That's gay. Anyway, that's a
company.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
stop. You made a good point. You made a good point. These would be
I need
awesome
to ask you
sea
something.
wolves. Yeah?
They would make some awesome sea wolves, and you get some. Yeah, well, does this head look African enough to be the sea wolves?
No. Sea wolves are dark. It doesn't mean they're African. They're just dark. They can be like a white guy with dark skin, but it's black.
Okay.
Like I paint like he's not meant to look African. He's just meant to be black. You know.
I don't know though. I noticed some of the ones in the cover I sent you look super African.
Oh, they do look super African, and that part I'm just like, whatever. You know, but the skin color for me, it's just like, no, that skin color works specifically for sea wolves. Specifically, no other chapter in Space Wolves are dark skinned. Yeah, no other company. Sorry, my brain is not there. No other company in Space Wolves has dark skin. It's only the Sea Wolves. But the thing is the other Space Wolf companies do grab people who come from the island that the Sea Wolves originate from on Fenris. So, yeah. Yeah.
So another question.
Oh, Night Trap has
the Lord
a point.
of Cats. The Lord of Cats brought up the 13th Company.
Yes.
I needed an answer to this because I don't understand the 13th. Because the 13th were the ones who went with Russ into the Eye, and then they come out during the events of Gathering Storm and fighting on Cadia. But yet you also have another 13th where all the
I can explain what the 13th is. So the 13th company represents all the lost companies. It's not actually a single company. Like the 13th company could be 1,000 companies for all we know. It's because what happened?
No fucking sense.
No, so think of it this way. Let's say, I'm just going to say the Sea Wolves, right? Let's say the Sea Wolves, right, got into a battle with the Tyranids. Let's just say the Tyranids, and it was Leviathan, and they got swarmed, and they all died. And I mean all of them. The Wolf Lord, the Wolf Priests, actually Wolf Priests aren't. Yeah, they're all dead, right?
They're all dead.
A new fourth company would be created.
Yeah.
And the Sea Wolves aren't the fourth company, but whatever. The Sea Wolves would no longer be called the Sea Wolves, but would be part of the 13th company.
Okay.
So the 13th company really... Well, it doesn't, but that's because Games Workshop doesn't know how to keep their story straight. But in the most recent
I just assumed there was...
Well,
I just assumed there was two 13th companies.
No, there's like Remember how the LGBTQ Marines that aren't LGBTQ Marines are painted, right? I say they're the 13th Company because they embody what I wanted for the story I want for the 13th Company. When the 13th Company is really just for you to create your own goddamn company. That's what it's really there for. So yeah, like if you wanted to do the 13th Company, yeah, you 100% could. You could use these guys, turn them into space wolves, and it's like they're the 13th Company who turned into pirates because of they went into the warp or God knows what. But I would personally have them as trader space wolves or sea wolves because that just kind of fits fits the
I don't know. I'm going
story
off
for
of
me.
what I read in lore,
Yeah,
and the
I
13th Company is the Wolfen, and reference to be the ones that went with Russ that came out
yeah, yeah,
during
yeah.
the 13th
You're right.
Crusade.
Depending on the codex you read,
Even.
it changes
I'm
every
Fuck the
refer-
codex.
Space Wolves.
Huh?
Yeah, no, fuck the Space Wolves. That's
A
their stand on business.
just
Pussy
because
ass.
your daddy died.
By
Iron
Alpha
Hands fan.
Legion.
Bro,
this. First of all, this
You
this
literally
you're
got
no
beat by
stop,
the Alpha Legion, the
stop.
Sons of Horus,
Your
and
your
the
your
fucking
no, your
Traitor
Primarch
Forces back
died
to back.
because he had a crush on Fulgrim.
You take that the fuck back right
to
now.
be
Because we
fair,
both know he won that fight.
femboy ass makes people do weird things.
Yeah, you would know. You would know.
No, I'm into Eldari, okay?
Fucking Ultramarines.
Hey, never ask an Ultramarine the species of his girlfriend.
Jesus Christ.
So this is the upgrade, and now I'm a massive fan of transfers, but pretty much everything else is underwhelming. I really hate these bare heads. I wouldn't use these shoulder pads unless I'm doing Red Corsairs. And then these hands just they're not very unique. And these models are already super
Wait.
clustered. So why are we adding more stuff to cluster them up?
See, I would have liked heads rather than like see the head to your left a little bit. The head. Yeah,
This one?
that. If you just gave me a bunch of those from different races that I could hang on if I wanted, that'd be great because you could use it on the base, you could use it on the model, you could hang it where you want it like a real pirate. You could hang it on the shoulder pad, like things like that. But this is kind of forced. You got no choice. You got to hang it in a very specific way, and you only get 5 of them.
Yeah, so I agree with you. The lack of helmets. I feel like they could have just like put a bunch of firstborn helmets in here. Like
Yeah,
just take the CAD files and just use those there.
yeah. Or even firstborn helmets that are like destroyed a bit.
Yeah.
Though I would have loved firstborn helmets that actually like have a hole on the left side so you can see their left eye, like it's been blown out, and they're still
Well, you
wearing it
tend not
because
to
they get
if
half
it,
of it.
you tend not to survive it being blown out unless they off of
Yeah,
a
no,
dead
no. Yeah,
dead
that's
space
exactly
marine.
what happened. They took it off a dead space marine whose head they blew off. Like, sucks to suck. They still get the benefit of using the helmet while also, seeing everything normally on the left side. But then on top of it, they could link something over their left eye. It's like, it's not that hard.
So in this box set you get what looks like 10 legionaries.
Wait, are the
One,
legionaries
two,
Primaris
three,
size?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all Primaris size. Everything
Okay.
in general is Primaris size.
Okay.
Technically, they're not Primaris. They're quote unquote firstborn, which doesn't even really make sense. As this is some okay. I'm going in a bit of a tangent here. It doesn't make sense to have a plot point of Primaris becoming Chaos because they've already become Chaos. In Arcs of Omen, we've already had Chaos Marines fall to Khorne. Not Chaos Marines, Primaris Space Marines fall to Khorne. So why the fuck is it a massive plot point that Fabius Pio got his hands on Primaris Genesi?
I
We
think it's
already
because it was
know.
apparently kept as a secret.
We already know that we've had whole chapters of Premier Space Marines Fault Chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, they're not. They're not slightly smaller. I have Primaris Marines. I have Legionaries. They are the exact same size.
So they should be slightly smaller, but they're not.
No. There was a comment that said they
Yeah,
are slightly
no.
smaller.
I know. But what I'm saying is, GW probably should have made them slightly smaller.
I know. So you get 20 Legionaries, 20 of their Raiders, 5 Terminators, 10 Guardsmen, even though you really should have more than 10 Guardsmen, and then 1 HQ in this box set.
Not terrible. It's kind of fun.
I think this is going to do a lot better than the Legion specific because they have access to all the core CSM units, so it's a lot easier to build out your army.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, now I kind of want to buy a box and make them sea wolves.
I think this.
I fucking hate
so,
you for that,
What?
bro.
Here's my argument against you doing that. Only the Raiders would pass. The Legionaries wouldn't pass.
Oh yeah.
The HQ would pass. The Terminators wouldn't pass, and the Guardsmen maybe, but I don't think would pass.
Well, for me,
So what you
the
could
Terminators would never be sea wolves anyway.
So you could either break up this box set or just buy one box as the Seawolves. I'm not
probably
buying
do that.
anything from Games Workshop. It's up to you guys what the fan base and what everybody thinks and what the chat thinks. Is this a good deal? Lord of Cat said do it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, well,
I'll go chaos like.
No, how about this? I'll just buy the Raiders and then I'll kit bash them into Sea Wolves because I'm actually thinking of doing once I finish the Assault on Black Reach project, which will probably be by the end of this year, is the way I'm going. I want to do a company, a paint every single company from 12th down to 1st.
That sounds cool. You know how funny it is that with points? I'm remaking a 6th edition Badab Horde list for Salamanders, and I wanted to keep it, but I didn't want to put it in 10th edition points.
Oh, that
so
reminds me.
I went on Battle Scribe, made the army in 9th edition, and it went from like being a 2,000 point army to like a 3,075 point army.
Fuck.
I just realized something. Hey,
what?
Alpha.
What?
1987 Night Trap Axed. I'd imagine not many people read the Thousand Suns Codexes. I don't know much about that. What do you think?
Wait, what's up?
Thousand Suns Codexes. He said he'd imagine how many people read that, and it wouldn't fit with one of the models. I assume. What do you think about that?
Well, no, a lot of Marines have spent thousands of years in the warp. It makes sense for them to literally swell with power. Here's the thing:
assuming they haven't been fucked over, though.
Here's the thing: we're talking about the warp, so it's all relative in the warp. Yeah. I mean, technically, Abaddon didn't age a day since he stepped into the warp. But then we've seen other Sons of Horus. No, literally, he hasn't.
The time in the warp is different to the time in the world. So you could spend a second in the warp, and it's actually been 1,000 years for you, or you could spend 1,000 years in the warp, and it's actually been 10 seconds.
Yep.
The warp does what the warp wants, unless you have a Jellifield.
So let's get to the point.
Wait.
How are you rating this box set?
Oh, wait, can I...
Well, I shouldn't say box set.
Wait.
How are you rating this release?
I just want to quickly say something. Guess what I got my hands on?
What?
I got my hands on fucking Vulcan.
The Forge World one?
Yeah. And he's not put together.
Yeah.
I can put him together from scratch with the scenic base. I got him for 110 Australian dollars.
That's a fucking steal.
I know. And then I also got Mortarion and Typhus from Forge World for about 245, including postage.
Well, I might bug you I might bug you to buy that Typhus because I much prefer the 30k Typhus.
I've got the Typhus.
One. I'll buy it off of you.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because
Why?
do you know how hard it is to get your hands on any Forge World stuff in Australia?
Yes, but no. I'm gonna be honest on the stream. It's really hard to get Forge World in general.
Oh,
So I
tell me
may
about
or may not have accidentally bought some recast and then realized it was recast and how good it was,
it.
and I bought some more.
That's a good question. Who is 40k Erebus?
But
Ridiculous son of a. Sorry.
well, so here's the thing:
I
is
said I wouldn't say
I
it.
would argue that Abaddon's not 40k horse. I would argue they're pretty separate characters. They visually look the same,
Yeah, no,
but their
it's
personalities are very different.
he's more like talking about like the role. Like
I
who
would say
fits
the
Ron's
the
a better
Erebus
40k
fucking
role?
war
Erebus is
master, in my opinion.
Erebus.
Yeah. Fuck. That's a good question though. I'm actually like
I'm really trying to get my. I have an old like Death Guard from 8th edition,
yeah.
and what I wanted to do is make it into a Horus Heresy force, and do light heresy.
I know who 40k Erebus is.
Who?
The writers of GW.
Okay, that's indicating us to get back on track.
yeah.
How do you rate this release?
Out of 10?
Yep.
6. 6 out of 10.
Illumination?
Oh yeah, Fabius kind of.
Illumination.
Thinking.
Alright.
No, Fabius.
Sorry.
I would agree with you, Night Trap. Fabius
Sorry, the
is
Iron
He's a
Hand is
thousand
buff. The Iron Hands are buffering.
Yeah, they always buff up.
Okay.
They lost their head,
shut the
remember?
fuck up. At least we didn't lose to the Alpha Legion and the Sons of Horus back to back and get bloodied by the Thousand Sons who let them in. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's because we care too much.
The Space Wolves didn't get bloodied by the Thousand Sons.
They literally fucking Lehman Russ literally needed his fucking wolf buddies to help him out with the duel with Magnus. If you read the
And what happened to Magnus?
the only reason
What happened to Magnus?
fucking reason.
What happened to Magnus? His back was broken. His back is broken, and he loses 2/3 of his legion. Okay, losing 2/3 of your legion is not fucking dominating, and that's the depressing part. It's talking about one of the most powerful legions that just laid there and fucking took it.
Mind you, by the way, they brought
Like, it should have been. It should have been more bloody. They should have hurt the Space Wolves more, but they didn't.
All I'm saying is, Lehman had a pretty good chance to kill Horus, and his bitch ass still didn't take it. So I don't know why you keep touting.
I don't disagree with you. I don't.
That's all I'm gonna
with you.
say.
All
He
I'm
has
saying
one
is you're
W to
answering
his
the
name.
fucking question.
Fuck you. Fine. What was the question?
The question was, how do you rate this release?
Fucking 6. I don't
You're
like
so
chaos,
blinded to your
really.
wolf hates.
Yeah, I'm fucking blinded by my wolf. They don't deserve the love they're getting. I know they don't.
What love?
But-
We don't get love. Everyone hates
Yes,
us.
You got
fucking do.
Bro. As an Ultramarine, I can guarantee you, not everybody hates you. Trust me.
Everyone
Neither
I've
one
met
of
is
you-
like, oh, fuck
Neither one of you knows what it's like to be an Ultramarine.
Yeah, but Ultramarines are like Collingwood Football Club. You love them or you hate them. There's no in between.
No, there's way more
That's a
people that
funny way of
hate
putting
the
it,
Ultramarines than love them.
Yeah, exactly. There's way more people that hate Collingwood than love Collingwood. So
I'm gonna be honest, none of us follow football.
yeah, I know. Well, okay. What's a team in
Bro,
the
I
NFL
follow
or the
football.
Buff? Are you talking about
I'm-
NFL or Australian football?
I'm into baseball.
Okay,
European.
well, what team in team in baseball does everyone hate unless they're supporters of them? The Red Sox.
The New York Yankees.
That's it.
New
Yeah,
York Yankees.
Collingwood is the New York Yankees.
So I would rate this a 7 out of 10 because I really like the Raiders, but other than besides that, everything is kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like we've gotten to a very bad point where I'm happy that they didn't change the model.